Hey everyone! Today we're unlocking one of the absolute coolest tools in your language toolbox. Seriously, get ready to make your writing pop and your speaking just sparkle.
So, let me ask you this. Do you want to give your writing a real, actual superpower? A way to make your words literally leap off the page and paint these amazing pictures right inside your reader's mind? Who wouldn't, right? Well, today we're going to master that power together.
Okay, first things first, we have to define this incredible writing superpower. So what exactly is a simile? At its heart, it's actually really simple. A simile is just a way to compare two totally different things. And the secret sauce, the magic words you absolutely have to have, are like or as. That's the key. That's what unlocks the whole thing. You know, a great way to picture this is to think of a simile as a bridge. So on one side, you've got your idea, the thing you're trying to describe. And way over on the other side is your reader's imagination. The simile is the bridge that connects them, creating this instant, vivid picture in their head. And building that bridge, it follows a super simple formula. You start with thing A, that's whatever you're describing, then you drop in your magic word, like or as, and finally, you connect it to thing B, the thing you're comparing it to. That's it. Okay, let's see that formula in action. Check this out. Her smile was as bright as the sun. So thing A is her smile. The magic word is as. And thing B is the sun. Boom. Instantly, you don't just know she has a nice smile, you can actually feel its warmth and its brilliance. See how powerful that is? So, we know what a simile is, but now let's dig into why they are so incredibly effective. It's time to unlock the real power behind this amazing tool. I mean, similes are total workhorses. They do so much for us. They can paint these incredibly vivid pictures. They can take something really complicated and make it easy to understand. They can inject excitement into a boring sentence. And they can help us express feelings that are, otherwise just really hard to put into words.
And this slide just shows the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got, I was very scared. Okay, fine, I get it. But look at the right. I was as scared as a mouse in a room full of cats. Wow. Now I can feel the heart pounding, I can see the wide eyes, I get that feeling of being totally trapped. It turns a boring sentence into something you can actually feel.
Similes are also amazing for explaining these big, abstract ideas. Think about it. The internet is, well, it's huge and kind of confusing and basically endless, right? But if you say it's like a giant worldwide library, it just clicks. It gives us a familiar idea to help us grasp something that's really complex.
Now that you know what to look for, I promise you, you're going to start seeing these things everywhere. So let's do a quick-fire round of spotting similes out in the wild, in everyday chats, in stories, and yeah, even in famous movie lines.
We use them all the time without even thinking about it. I bet you said you were as busy as a bee, right? That's you, using a simile to perfectly capture that feeling of just constant buzzing activity. And in storytelling, man, they set the scene in an instant. This example doesn't just tell you the classroom was loud, you can almost hear the chaotic energy, the different sounds, just the pure pandemonium of a zoo at feeding time. And of course, they show up all the time in movies and pop culture. This line from Forrest Gump, it's gotta be one of the most famous similes ever. It takes this huge, profound idea, the total unpredictability of life, and makes it perfectly relatable and just so memorable.
All right, you've seen the theory, you've seen the examples. Now it's time to put that new knowledge to the test. Welcome to your superhero training montage.
Okay, first challenge. Look at this sentence. The stars were diamonds in the sky. Is that a simile? Take a second to think. What are those magic words we're looking for? And the answer is, nope, it's not a simile. It's a metaphor, which is like a simile's close cousin. See, it says the stars were diamonds. To make it a simile, we'd have to say they were like diamonds or shone as brightly as diamonds. Remember, you've got to have like or as. No magic words, no simile. Okay, next up, it's your turn to create something. After the long race, his legs felt like, how would you finish that? Think of something that really captures that heavy, wobbly, completely exhausted feeling. Here are a few great ideas. Maybe they felt like jelly. Yeah, that totally gets that feeling of having no control. Or like two heavy logs, that conveys the weight and the stiffness. Or maybe like they were filled with lead. That's a fantastic image for that deep, immovable exhaustion. Awesome stuff.
For our last training exercise, let's look at these two. Which one is better? The wind was loud just kind of states a fact. It's fine, but the wind howled like a lonely wolf. Man, that gives you chills, right? It doesn't just describe the sound, it adds this feeling of sadness and isolation. It creates a whole mood, and that is the sign of a really powerful simile.
And that's it. You've completed your training. You know the definition, you've seen the power in action, and you've practiced using it yourself. Now, it's time for you to be the hero of your own writing.
So, what's the one thing to remember from all this? Your power comes from two simple magic words, like and as. Use them. Use them to build those bridges from your ideas straight to your reader's imagination. That's how you're going to make your writing more descriptive, more engaging, and way more memorable. So I'll leave you with one last challenge. Imagine you just completely aced a tough test. You feel incredible, proud, unstoppable. What's your superhero simile to describe that feeling? Do you feel as proud as a lion? Do you stand as tall as a skyscraper? Go on, give it a shot. Thanks so much for joining me today.